Thank you, Your Excellency. Jambo. Habari yako. Salamu Kenya. Thank you. Your Excellency, President William Ruto, Your Excellency Dennis Francis, President of the UN General Assembly, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Honorable Minister Laila Ben-Ali, President of the UN Environment Assembly, Excellency Paula Narvaez, President of ECOSOC, and my colleague and sister Executive Director Inge Andersen, Excellencies, dear colleagues and friends. It's an honor to be here, and I thank Inge and UNEP for the invitation to address you today. The health of humans, animals, and our environment are woven together in a bond that's inextricable, yet fragile. This is not a new realization. The father of medicine, Hippocrates, said, "The physician treats, nature heals." We're now relearning what humans have always known, but which, since the Industrial Revolution, we have forgotten or ignored, that when we harm our environment, we harm ourselves. For centuries, we have plundered our planet in the name of progress. Now, we're paying the price with a triple planetary crisis: climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. If our planet were a patient, it would be admitted to intensive care. Its vital signs are alarming. It's running a fever, with each of the last 9 months the hottest on record, as we hurtle towards the 1.5-degree threshold. Its lung capacity is compromised, with the destruction of forests that absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. And many of the earth's water sources, its lifeblood, are contaminated. Most concerning of all, its condition is deteriorating rapidly. Is it any wonder then that human health is suffering when the health of the planet on which we depend is in peril? More frequent and severe weather events cause deaths and injuries, as you know, and damage to health facilities and other essential infrastructure. More heat waves contribute to more cardiovascular disease. Air pollution drives lung cancer, asthma, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Chemicals such as lead cause intellectual disability, cardiovascular, and kidney disease. And drought and water scarcity affect food production, making healthy diets less affordable. Meanwhile, climate change is leading to shifts in the behavior, distribution, movement, range, and intensity of mosquitoes, birds, and other animals that are spreading infectious diseases such as dengue and malaria to new areas. Illegal wildlife trading also increases the risk of zoonotic spillover that can trigger a pandemic, highlighting the importance of primary prevention to reduce risk. The threats to health from climate change pollution, and biodiversity loss are not hypothetical risks in the future. They're right here and right now, which makes health the most compelling reason for climate action. And yet, COP28 in Dubai last year was the first COP to include a day dedicated to health. And I would like to appreciate the leadership of the United Arab Emirates on this. The causes of this crisis are multi-sectoral. So too are its impacts, and so too must be our response. Collectively, we got ourselves into this mess. Collectively, we must get ourselves out of it. No single country and no single agency operationalize a One Health approach. One Health is one of the important issues that WHO member states are now discussing as part of their negotiation of the new pandemic agreement ahead of the World Health Assembly in just 12 weeks' time. I urge you all to voice your support for the agreement. Your work this week will have a direct bearing on the realization of a One Health approach. And I welcome the 6 areas Executive Director Inge has outlined in her report in which countries can take more effective, inclusive and sustainable multilateral action. In particular, the resolutions on air quality and chemicals, waste and preventing pollution are important for driving sustained multi-sectoral action to protect the health of people and planet. We would also like to see health reflected strongly in the new agreement on ending plastic pollution. In this and many other areas, WHO remains committed to supporting all countries with evidence-based technical tools, including our air quality guidelines, the Global Framework on Chemicals, and the WHO Chemicals Roadmap. Excellencies, dear colleagues and friends, the patient is in peril, and the patient is our planet. Band-aid solutions will not do. We need transformative action. We must transform our energy and transport systems, our food systems, our health systems, and we must transform, especially ourselves, to break out of siloed mindsets and work for effective, inclusive, and sustainable multilateral action, because we have no other choice. For everything that makes us different, we're one species, sharing the same DNA and the same planet. We have no future but a common future. I thank you. Asante sana. And finally, I would like to take the opportunity to appreciate President Ruto's leadership and commitment to universal health coverage, and also for hosting UNEP, one of our excellent agencies, and also for hosting this assembly. Asante sana, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Dr. Tedros and the Director-General of the World Health Organization for